You're fasting, watching the clock, feeling hungry, and your body is literally trapping fat in your belly instead of burning it. Yeah, I know, cruel irony, right? Turns out there's one sneaky mistake that 9 out of 10 people make during their fasting window, and it flips your metabolism into storage mode instead of fat burning mode. The good news? It takes about 30 seconds to fix once you know what it is. So if you've been doing everything right, but your stomach still looks like it's holding on to last Thanksgiving's dinner, stick around, because what I'm about to show you will finally unlock that stubborn belly fat. Before we dive in, quick reminder, always consult with a healthcare professional before making any major changes to your diet or fasting routine. What I'm sharing here are strategies that have worked for many people, but your body is unique. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Fasting isn't just about when you eat. It's about what happens inside your body during those eating and fasting windows. And there's one mistake, one seemingly innocent thing you're probably doing, that's basically telling your fat cells to lock the doors and throw away the key. Let me paint you a picture of what's going on inside your body. Think of your metabolism like a campfire. During your fasting window, your body is supposed to be feeding that fire with logs from your fat storage shed. That's the whole point, right? Burn the stored fuel. But here's where most guys mess it up completely. The second they hit their eating window, they're diving face first into carbs and sugar like they just crossed the finish line of a marathon. I'm talking about that big bowl of pasta, the sandwich with chips, the healthy fruit smoothie loaded with bananas and honey. Sound familiar? Now, I'm not saying carbs are evil, but timing matters. And here's why this approach is sabotaging everything you worked for during your fast. When you break your fast with high-carb, high-sugar foods, you're basically slamming the brakes on fat burning and hitting the gas on fat storage. Let me explain this like we're sitting at the gym between sets. Your body has two main fuel sources: glucose, sugar from carbs, and fat. During your fast, insulin levels drop, and your body finally gets permission to tap into those fat stores. It's like your body's been trying to access a locked vault, and fasting finally gave it the combination. But the moment you flood your system with carbs and sugar, insulin spikes back up, and insulin. Think of it as the bouncer at an exclusive club. When insulin shows up, fat burning gets kicked out immediately. Insulin's job is to deal with all that incoming sugar first, and it does this by shoving it into your cells and, you guessed it, locking up your fat stores again. Honestly, it's like you spent 8 hours picking the lock on the fat vault, finally got it open, and then decided to weld it shut again within the first 30 minutes of eating. Most people think, hey, I fasted for 16 hours. I earned this meal. And technically, sure you did. But your body doesn't operate on a reward system. It operates on hormones and signals. Here's what I see all the time. People break their fast with orange juice, oatmeal with dried fruit, toast with jam, or even those healthy acai bowls that are basically ice cream in disguise. They think they're being good because it's not fast food or donuts. But your insulin doesn't care if the sugar came from organic honey or a candy bar. Sugar is sugar, and your body responds the same way. Spike insulin, stop fat burning, start fat storing. You know what's wild? You could be in a calorie deficit for the day and still struggle to lose belly fat if you keep spiking insulin like this. Because it's not just about how much you eat, it's about what signals you're sending to your hormones. Let's dig a little deeper here because this is where it gets interesting. When you spike your insulin repeatedly, especially first thing when you break your fast, you're training your body to be a sugar burner, not a fat burner. It's like teaching your metabolism to be lazy. Why would it bother breaking down fat when you keep giving it easy access glucose? And here's the kicker, the more you do this, the more insulin resistant you can become. Your cells start ignoring insulin's knock on the door, so your pancreas has to pump out even more insulin to get the job done. More insulin means more fat storage signals, especially around your belly. Your belly fat isn't just sitting there being stubborn for fun. It's responding to the hormonal environment you're creating every single day. Think of belly fat like a bank account. Insulin keeps making deposits, and you need the right strategy to finally start making withdrawals. Ever notice how some people can fast for hours and feel great, while others get shaky and irritable? That's often a sign of how well your body handles blood sugar. If you're on the insulin roller coaster, your body freaks out when sugar isn't available. But when you break your fast smart, you teach your body to stay calm and burn fat instead. Alright, so what's the fix? It's simpler than you think, and you don't have to give up carbs forever or eat like a rabbit. When you break your fast, start with protein and healthy fats first. I'm talking eggs, Greek yogurt, avocado, nuts, cheese, salmon, chicken, foods that don't spike your insulin through the roof. Here's what this does. It keeps your insulin relatively stable, which means your body can ease out of fat-burning mode instead of slamming the brakes. You're extending that fat-burning window even as you start eating. Pretty smart, right? After you've had some protein and fat, then you can add in your carbs if you want them. Your body will handle them much better when they're not the first thing hitting your system. It's like cushioning the blow. Think of it this way. Protein and fat are like the calm, steady employees who show up and do their job without drama. Carbs and sugar are like that chaotic friend who shows up to the party and immediately starts rearranging furniture. You want the calm folks there first to keep things under control. And here's the beautiful part. When you break your fast with protein and fat, you actually stay fuller longer. You're not going to be raiding the pantry an hour later because your blood sugar crashed. You've given your body steady, sustainable fuel. This is what I call the Kong lifestyle, making smart, simple adjustments that compound over time. You don't need to complicate this. Fasting is already a tool that gives you freedom from constant eating. Why sabotage it by making the one meal you do eat work against you? Focus on the carcass, not the fluff. What I mean is, prioritize the protein, the substance, the things that actually build and fuel your body. The Instagram-worthy smoothie bowl can wait until you've laid the foundation. Most guys get so caught up in optimizing every little detail. Should I fast 16 hours or 18? Should I drink black coffee or add MCT oil? And meanwhile, they're breaking their fast with cereal and wondering why they're not seeing results. Fix the big stuff first. Break your fast smart. That alone will unlock more progress than any other fasting hack you'll find online. Here's where this gets really powerful. When you consistently break your fast with protein and fat instead of carbs and sugar, you're training your body to become metabolically flexible. That's just a fancy way of saying your body gets good at switching between burning sugar and burning fat. Think of it like being bilingual. Right now, your body might only speak glucose. But when you teach it to speak fat too, you've got options. You can go hours without eating and feel great. You can have carbs when you want them without your body panicking. You're in control. I've seen guys make this one change, just this one thing, and finally break through plateaus that had them stuck for months. The scale starts moving. The belt gets looser. The face gets leaner. And it's not because they're eating less. It's because they're eating smarter. Now, some of you are probably thinking, but, Kong, I thought fasting meant I could eat whatever I want in my eating window. And technically, yes, you can. Free country and all that. But should you if your goal is to actually burn belly fat? Probably not. Fasting isn't magic. It's a tool. A really effective tool. But only if you use it right. It's like having a great set of weights at the gym, but only doing bicep curls. You're missing the bigger picture. And look, I'm not saying you can never have carbs or that you need to live on chicken and broccoli forever. I'm saying be strategic. If you want your body to burn fat, you need to create the hormonal environment that allows that to happen. Breaking your fast with protein and fat is how you do that. Once your body is humming along, burning fat efficiently, metabolically flexible, then yeah, add in your carbs. Enjoy your rice, your potatoes, your fruit. Just don't lead with them when you're trying to unlock fat burning. Here's what I want you to do. Try this for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Break your fast with protein and fat first, every single time. See how you feel. See what happens to your energy, your hunger, your belly. I'm willing to bet you'll notice a difference. Maybe it's the way your pants fit. Maybe it's how you don't crash mid-afternoon anymore. Maybe it's finally seeing that scale move after weeks of frustration. And if after 2 weeks you want to go back to breaking your fast with donuts and orange juice, hey, that's your call. But at least you'll know what works and what doesn't. You'll have the knowledge, and knowledge is power. Now go put it into action. Your future, leaner self will thank you. And hey, before you go, I've dropped something powerful in the pinned comment. If you're serious about fixing this mistake, check the pinned comment now. It's a total game changer for your fasting results. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments what you usually break your fast with and what you're going to try instead. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content on intermittent fasting, fat loss, and building a stronger body. Let's build this Kong community together. Stay strong, stay focused, and remember, small changes, big results.